Hello friends. Kofhearts Designs back here with a new tutorial. I recently formatted my computer and installed new Windows 11. The Windows has the default wallpaper. So in this episode, I thought of branding my personal workstation. In this tutorial, we will use Adobe Dimension, which is the cousin of Adobe Illustrator. We will first open Illustrator, prepare logos, and then import to Dimension to create a 3D scene for a wallpaper, and finally finish the wallpaper by editing and adding contact in Canva. So let's get started. I have my brand elements saved in Illustrator, so first let's start Illustrator and look at the brand elements. Here are the logos and color palettes of Kofhearts Designs brand. Let's start by creating a 3D version of the logo in Illustrator. Illustrator has a 3D feature. You can do some basic tasks in it, but to get the polished outcome, you need to move the model to Dimension, as we will see shortly. I did some basic editing here in Illustrator. Now to refine the model and create the 3D scene, I'll export this model to Dimension. You can either export as OBJ format or USDA format. Now let's open Adobe Dimension. Adobe Dimension is not a complex app to use. The controls and UI are pretty intuitive. If you open a new document, you will see a 3D plane where you can put objects by dragging and dropping. Let's create a cube and modify some of its properties and colors as shown here. We will now import the 3D model we exported earlier via Illustrator. Let's add few more objects to create our scene. As Illustrator, you can just press Alt and drag to generate a duplicate copy of the model. You can just drag a PNG and drop it to the Dimension object to put the image on the surface of the 3D model. This is great for applying designs to mockups. Finally, I'll change the background color to gray rather than black and turn on ray tracing to see a more refined view of the scene. Let's add floor reflection using these controls to make the scene more realistic. Features like these are absent in Illustrator, so it is better to rely on the cousin for things like these. Finally, let's play with environmental lights to make the scene much more appealing. Some final tweaks with lightings, and our scene is complete. Now let's render the scene using ray tracing. Ray tracing is the most advanced way of modeling light transport. It works the same way lighting and the way light travels and interacts with objects in real world. So this technique produces a lifelike result. But of course, it is also computation heavy, so a GPU can be handy to have for rendering. For our final part of editing, we will move to Canva and add the remaining stuffs and also adjust the colors a little. We will add the contact using the brand typeface Roboto and Comforta. We will also add icons for email, portfolio site, and YouTube to make it more appealing. In design like this, it is important to make the text not so overpowering so that the focus is on the design. So I have made the text slightly less opaque. That's it. A new wallpaper for a new studio. Let's see it in action. Let me slightly increase the brightness of the scene using adjust controls. So what do you think? Is this wallpaper better than the previous one? Hopefully so. Here is my new studio setup. See you again. Thanks for watching.